Hi, everybody. I am Cindy Cartier, and I'm running for re-election to the Board of Selectmen. And I've been married to my husband, Rich, for it'll be 11 years next month. I was thinking about that the other day. It seems like a long time. We have one son, Joseph, who's a first grader at Lakes Elementary School. And I have to say, I've had the time of my life just in these last few weeks being a parent in the school system. It is so much fun just volunteering and participating in the class. Although my husband told me I need to stop because I'm volunteering for too many things, I think, but it's been actually wonderful. I have been involved in politics in Guilford and serving on different boards since I moved to town 11 years ago. My husband and I, when we got married and looked around where we wanted to live, both of us being from Connecticut, myself from Hampden, him from Orange, and we looked at areas we'd like to live in. And my aunt lived in Guilford, and she moved here in the 70s when Guilford was a little bit more of a sleepy town, and it's gotten quite robust and notable in the last 30 years. But I spent many weekends and summers and nights here in Guilford and absolutely loved the character and the community and Bishop's Orchard and everything, and Strawberry Hollow and everything about the town. And I thought, wow, what an incredible place for us to be able to live and raise our family and be a part of a community. And I think what makes Guilford so wonderful is it's the capital C community. And it's something that I'm very passionate about, and my desire to be involved in the town has started from day one. Prior to coming to Guilford, I did live in Hampden for a little while after I graduated from college and law school and spent some time in Washington, D.C. working as an attorney. And I served there on the Legislative Council in Hampden in a very different environment, wonderful nonetheless, but very different. The one thing about Guilford is that no matter what board you serve on, or who you are, where you come from, there's a lot of collaboration, or at least that's the way it used to be. When I first got involved, I served on the Planning and Zoning Commission, became chairman, as many of you will recall, working on a lot of the planning in town. And there was a lot of community effort and a lot of collaboration and listening to people and listening to both the citizens and the business owners. But that's changed. Also, when I served on the Board of Education, tremendous collaboration and collegiality, which I have to say still exists to this day, but that's due in large part to the folks that serve on it and to Dr. Frisella. So when I went on to the Board of Selectmen 2 years ago, I thought, wow, this will be wonderful. I can add my collaborative spirit, my energy, my passion for doing things, for getting things done, my action-oriented spirit. And I have to tell you, it has been a very frustrating uphill battle for the last 2 years. My voice is being heard as I listen to my ideas and thoughts repeated in my opponents' and my adversaries' words, but my efforts are being recognized nonetheless. 2 years ago when I ran with Ken Wilson and his team, one of the things that Ken had said is, Cindy, I want you to challenge the status quo. Well, I think I've done that quite well. I think I've done that pretty strongly. But it has been difficult. And the one thing that's frustrated me about the town since I moved here 10, 11 years ago to date, and most of this being under our opponent's control, under the Democratic control, is we've lacked a long-range vision and planning of how we need to handle the town. There are plans out there. We have an economic development plan. We have a plan of conservation development. We have now a new coastal plan. We have all these different plans. And then look in the back of these plans, folks, and there are all these wish lists, all the things we'd like to do. There are no dollar signs attached to them. They're not prioritized. So we have wonderful ideas, great community people working on these things. But there's no collaboration of this. What we need, and what I've been saying for 10 years and strongly echoing the last 2 years, and finally now our opponents, it's become their forefront of their campaign. So I'm glad at least they're taking our ideas, right, Jim? But the one thing that we need is we need a plan that's going to encompass land use, economic development, fiscal components, schools, buildings, everything under one plan that the entire community can embrace, understand, appreciate, and we can plan for. A plan that will put dollars to things, a plan that will make people as a community understand and embrace this. And it can be done. One of the things that I did over the last 2 years was put together a wellness policy. Many of you are aware of this. And I used it, obviously, because I wanted to help the community and help the employees that I'm working with. But I wanted to show that through proper planning and through action-oriented, we can accomplish things. So about a year and a half ago, when I got onto the board, knowing full well that we didn't have a wellness policy, I offered the initiative to start one, to start working with the employees to create one, which has been done in the private sector and a lot of organizations, the proactive measure to healthcare, to not only reduce costs, but to bring employees together and to increase morale. In the last year and a half, we've had health fairs, we've had seminars, we've had fitness classes, we have increased awareness, a monthly newsletter is done that I edit. All of the efforts that we have done with this wellness plan has been done at zero cost to the town, zero. And it's been done with the efforts and of wonderful other fellow employees and citizens that have helped with this, and business owners. This is one example of what can be done if we work together and we start planning for the future. I intend, upon my reelection, to continue to do what I've been doing, to continue to work with this, but I can't do it alone. We have got to have the majority in November, not just with the Board of Selectmen, but most importantly with the Board of Finance and the Board of Ed. Together, our entire slate, Mazza '09, we can do this. We can plan for the future. We've done it in bits and pieces. We've done it in big, huge pieces over the last couple years. But to have the collaboration of all of us working together will get us there. You've heard from a lot of our candidates. We've got accountants. We've got myself, I'm a lawyer. We have Dave Egan's a lawyer. We have business owners. We have the talent, the experience, the drive, the dedication, the passion, and most importantly, the understanding of how municipal government works. But we need the majority so that we can absolutely move the agenda forward and get things done. Maintaining the land use and preservation, bringing full forefront where we need to be with economic development, yet maintaining the integrity and the character of this town. Not shortchanging any one citizen or any one part of the community. Making sure we continue to take care of our elderly with the senior tax relief that Joe Mazza started a number of years ago. These efforts need to continue, and we need to do so much more boldly, much more concisely, and much more action-oriented going forward. I'm ready to do it. I've been doing it. I appreciate everybody's support and look forward to all of your support on Election Day for myself and the entire Mazza '09 team. Thank you, everybody, very much.